So welcome students to Naveen sir physics classes. So lecture 2 on force and laws of motion. So in lecture 1 we discussed about the nature of force and effect of force, classification of the forces based on it acts on the body. So we also studied in the last lecture balanced and unbalanced forces. Okay, so in this session we are going to discuss about laws of motion. Sir, what is mean by or what are laws of motion? So, who proposed these laws of motion? We are going to discuss. Okay, na? Let us begin the session. So, laws of motion. It shows when an object is in motion, what are the effects of the force on moving body? We are going to study in this concept. So, sir, who proposed these laws? So, scientist Newton explained the effect of forces which are acting on a body, So, he explained in three different cases. So, he proposed three laws. The first one is law of inertia. So, generally it is also known to be Newton's first law of motion. Second one, law of force or Newton's second law of motion, and third one is law of action and reaction or Newton's third law of motion. Sir, what are these laws and what Newton explained when the force acting on a body in different conditions? Okay, let us start the Newton's first law or law of inertia or first law of motion. So let us take examples for this. For suppose an object, initially it is at rest, and another object, let us imagine the object is moving with a speed of 20 meter per second on the surface. So until there is no external force acting on it, so what is the force acting on it is zero, no force acting on it. Until there is no external force acting on the body, this object is never changed its state amount. That means it is at rest only. So until it is acted by an external force, till that there is no change in state of the object. So for suppose if you observe a stone laid down on in the ground, so until you are applying some force on it, the stone never changes state. Or in the same way, a football is laid on the ground. Okay, so until you kick the football doesn't changes its position. Understood? In the same way, if this object is moving with a speed of 20 meter per second, until and unless it is acted by opposing force, it not comes into rest. That means due to a constant force, the object is performing uniform motion. If the object is in uniform motion until it is acted by an external opposing force, the body will continue in its state of uniform motion. Sir, finally, what is the statement of law of inertia or Newton's first law? Simple. Until there is an external force, until there is an external force acted on a body, the body will continue its state of rest or state of uniform motion. That means, simple words, if you want to say, if it is at rest, it is rest only. If it is in uniform motion, it is in uniform motion until it is acted by an external force. Sir, what is the importance of this Newton's first law and why it is called as an inertia? Okay, na? So this Newton's first law explains the property of inertia. So very important point. So Newton's first law gives or explains the concept of inertia. Sir, what is mean by inertia? So inertia means not interested to change the state, not interested to change the state. That means, if the object is at rest, it wants to be in the same state only. If the object is in uniform motion, that wants to be in the uniform motion. That means, any object in the nature is doesn't shows the interest for sudden changes. Okay, na? So that quantity is known to be inertia. Inertia nothing but it is showing is uninterestedness towards the change. So that property is known to be inertia. Sir, how can we measure the inertia? So to measure the inertia, let us take one example here. So two objects are given to you. So 1 kg and 2 kg objects are given. Okay, na? So 1 kg and 2 kg blocks are given to you. So to bring the bodies into motion, to bring 1 kg of body and 2 kg body into motion, on which object we need to apply the greater force, on A or B? So obviously, so your answer will be B itself. That means it has greater mass. If the mass is more, if we want to bring this body into motion, we have to apply the greater force than force acting on A. That means, as the mass of the object increases, the nature of inertia will also increases. I think so you understood. So it is very easy to move the bodies which have less masses. It is somewhat difficult to move the bodies which have more mass. Okay, na? That means mass gives the measurement of inertia. Mass gives the measurement of inertia. That means, from above example we can write. So inertia of B is greater than inertia of A. Why? Since mass of the B is greater than mass of the A. So write as it is in your notes. So how I am explaining in the class, in the same way you can copy in your notes. Okay, now I will explain once again what is mean by inertia. So inertia nothing but not interested to change the sudden changes or to change the state of rest or uniform motion. So if the object is at rest, it wants to continue the same state of rest or same state of uniform motion. So sudden changes, any object is never accepting that is known to be inertia. So what gives the measurement of inertia? Mass gives the measurement of inertia. That means inertia can be measured in terms of mass. As mass increases, inertia is also increases. So here, based on the states, the inertia is classified into three types. So keep the heading for types of inertia. So types of inertia. So here three types are there. One is inertia of rest. Second one is inertia of motion. And third one is inertia of direction. Okay, na? So base idea we know it. What is the base idea of inertia? Showing the not interestedness to change the state. So inertia of rest nothing but it is a tendency of an object at rest to change its state due to application of force. That is known to be inertia of rest. Okay, sir, what are the examples for the inertia of rest? So we can see so many examples in our daily life. So we will discuss one by one. So for suppose you are sitting in a bus. So initially the bus is at rest. So you are sitting here. Okay. So when the bus starts suddenly, then what will happen? You will move forward or you will move backward. So your answer obviously, so you will move backward. So why you are moving backward? Because before going to start the bus, your body is at rest. Once the bus moves forward, but your body is not interested to sudden change. So because of that only you will move backward. This phenomena or this property is known to be inertia of rest. Why? Here only the bus is in motion but not your body. So after some time your body will be also set into motion along with the bus, but initially when it started the bus moving forward, your body will move backward. And let us take one more example. When you are playing the carom, so adjust the coins one above the another. So hit the coins. So bottom of the coin with striker. The bottom of coin, the coin which is at bottom, it will move forward. Remaining coins will fall as it is. So what happening in this case? The force is acting only on the coin which is at bottom. The coins which are above it, they are at rest only. So they are not showing their interestedness to change the set. That's why they will fall as it is. There is no change in the position of the coins. In the same way, sometimes if we see the magic shows, they will on the table they will place a cloth, and they will also keep a glass of water on it. So suddenly if they remove the cloth, so what will happen? The cloth alone comes out, but the glass never comes out of the, or it never falls down. Why? Because the force is acting only on the cloth but not on the glass. So because of inertia of rest, the glass will be remains in the state of rest, only the cloth will easily comes out. In the same way, if you place a cord on a glass, okay na, a cord on a glass, and now let us place a coin on the cord. So now you apply some force, or if you flick the cord, then what will happen? The coin will not move forward, the coin will falls into the glass. So what will happen in this case? Due to inertia of rest of this coin, the coin is showing its not interdeptedness towards the application of force. That's why it will falls in the glass. And one more example, if you take, if you shake the branch of the tree, when you shake the branch of the trees, the leaves will fall down. So why the leaves have fall down? Because you are shaking the branches, but these are at rest only. So branches are at rest and the leaves will fall down. So this is also due to inertia for rest only. Okay. So these are the some examples in our daily life where we can observe the inertia of rest. One more example we can also take, when if you want to remove the dust particles from the carpet or blanket. So generally what we will do, we will hit the blanket by using a stick. So when you hit the blanket by using the stick, what happens? The blanket is shaken but not the dust particle. So they will remain in the same position. The carpet will move up and down. So due to application of the force with the stick, the dust particle will be fly offs, because they will be in the same state only. But what will happen? The particles which are attached to the carpet, that alone they will be fly offs due to the motion of the carpet. So these are the different examples for inertia of rest. Okay now. So these are the examples for inertia of rest. Inertia of rest nothing but what? It is a tendency of an object at rest to change its state due to application of the force. So when the body is at rest initially, if sudden changes is happening, the body is not accepting the change at the same time. So because of that reason only, when you are sitting in the bus, if the bus starts suddenly, you will move backward. In the same way, if you hit the stock of coins, at the bottom of the coin will move forward and the rest of the coins will be fall as it is. In the same way, the magician plays the trick. So by placing a glass of water on a cloth, if they flick the cloth with a greater force, the glass will never falls down. In the same way, this activity also. So when you place a coin on the cord is placed on the glass. So if you flick the cord, the coin will falls down in the glass, but the coin will not move away from it. When you shake that tree vigorously, the leaves will fall down due to inertia of rest. And when you beat the carpet with a stick, the dust particles will be fly-offs due to phenomena of the inertia of rest. Okay. Right. Next, inertia of motion. Sir, what is mean by inertia of motion? So inertia of motion, the definition is same. So there you can write simply the tendency of an object which is in motion to sudden change due to application of the force. That same definition you can write. Where rest is there, you can replace this rest with motion. Okay na? Let us study the examples for this. So you are traveling in a bus, so which is moving with a speed of 20 meter per second. So if the driver applies the brakes suddenly, so what will happen? He will move forward or backward. So your answer will be, he will move forward only. So why? Because when the brakes are applied on it, the bus or the wheels only coming into rest, but not your body, because till that application of brakes, your body is in motion. So your body is set into motion. Once it is set into motion, it never accept the sudden change in its state. That's why you will move forward. In the same way, when you are getting down from the city buses, so when you are getting down from the city buses, if it is in a slow motion, so once you jump out of the bus, we should not stop there itself. So what we have to do? We have to walk along, or we have to run along with the bus through a certain distance. Then only you can avoid the sudden fall. Otherwise, if you jump from a moving bus, if you stop there itself, then automatically you will fall down on the ground. So because till that your body will be in the motion. So your body, if you jump suddenly, if you want to come into rest, your body is not accepting, definitely you will fall down on the ground. So to avoid that, what we have to do? We have to run along with the bus through a certain distance, then only you can avoid the falling. So due to inertia of motion. And next one, another example we can take. So if you observe the long jump, so when a person is going to jump, so what he will do? So before he going to jump, he will runs from a certain distance. So from the same place he cannot jump, okay now, because his body is at rest. So to achieve the inertia of motion, the person who is going to take a long jump, he will runs from a certain distance to achieve the inertia of motion. When he is inertia of motion, directly he can give the force, he can jump to a longer distances. In the same way, in cricket also you can observe, the bowlers are running from a certain distance. The fast bowlers or spinners, whoever it may be, they are running from the certain distance. So from the nearby the wickets, they won't throw their balls somehow. So why? If throw their balls, they won't give that much of speed to the ball. So to give the inertia of motion to the ball, the bowler is runs from a certain distance, okay na? So these are the examples for inertia of motion. So this one is a very important examples, okay? So when the bus is moving motion, so when you are in a bus, when the driver applies the brake suddenly, so you will move forward. Why? Because your body is in motion, your body is not accept the sudden change in the state of its. That's why it will be moves, you will be move forward, okay? In the same way, when you are jumping out of the bus, so when you are jumping out of the bus, we have to run moving bus amount, not from the bus is at rest. So when it is slow in motion, when you are jumping out of it, we have to run through a certain distance. In the same way, long jump, the person who takes the long jump, he runs from a certain distance to achieve inertia of motion. In the same way, cricket bowler also, he will do the same thing to achieve inertia of motion. And the last one is inertia of direction. So same definition you can write. It is a tendency of an object which is which is in motion, so showing the not interestedness to sudden change in direction. So for suppose, let us take a bus is moving on a straight track. Suddenly a curve is there ahead. So what will happen? So when the bus is takes right turn, your body will move left side. So what is the meaning of that? Before going to take the turn, your body is in linear motion. So once it takes the turn, what will happen? Your state of direction is going to be changed. That's why your body will be bent towards left. If it takes the turn towards right, your body will move towards left, or left turn, your body will move takes the right turn, okay? So when you are riding the bicycle also, so when you want to send a sudden turn, so what you will do? So you will bend your body in which direction if you want to change the direction of the bicycle. Okay, na? So these are the examples. So inertia nothing but showing the not interestedness to sudden change. Okay, na? So these are the example. You can copy as it is in your notes. Okay, so this is your today's session, and in next lecture we are going to discuss about the linear momentum, Newton's second law of motion. Okay, na? So copy this as it is. Okay, take care, stay safe.